Hello. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. Welcome to our Friday lunch chat. I'm Sarah at Not Another Hat, coming to you from my glorious office. Yeah, I've got some fun stuff to show you guys today. And then I'll answer the burning question. Did I or didn't I make progress on my coat, jacket, cardigan thing that I showed you on Tuesday? Um, where should we start? I hope you all have had lovely weeks. The internet stuff here has been a little weird this morning, so hopefully everything holds out and for this stream. Hi, Christy. Hello to Virginia. Hi, Jenny. And Dale. Hello. Hi, Mom. Look at this. We've got Washington, Virginia, Colorado, Illinois, right, Jen? Or Wisconsin. This is a great representation here already on this video. Hello. Okay, so first off, what should I show you first, you guys? Let's show you my progress. Here it is. Okay, I did get some knitting done. California, Connecticut. Seriously, I wish I had a state map right now and we could pin everybody. This is so awesome. Hello and thank you. Okay, this is what I was working on Tuesday that I showed you. I did finish the back. So here's the back of my cardigan. Boom. If you remember, this is Lang Chris, and it is the softest, squishiest, most delectable fabric. It's going to be such a lovely, like, kind of jacket style cardigan in double moss stitch. But I did not finish the front as I so boldly predicted. I got started. Thank you, Diane. So here's two fronts. I am almost halfway through both of these. So I did make progress. I didn't do quite as extremely well as I had anticipated, but I made progress. So we'll take that. We'll count that as a win. Yeah. Hopefully lots more progress happens over the weekends, and there's some more to report on Tuesday than just rectangles. So yes, I absolutely love knitting with this yarn. I highly, highly endorse it. And I'm not usually a fan of knitting with bulkier yarns, but this stuff is just very different. The texture's different, and it's kind of got a little bit of elasticity. And Kim, I will tell you about the yarn tasting. That is on my agenda today. Thank you for the reminder, though. Yeah, so really, really enjoying it. But next, I want to show you something that Jill finished that is amazing. Some of you might have seen the pictures on Facebook already. Look at this adorable baby blanket. Is this not beautiful? This is 2 yarns, not a bunch of yarns. One is a color changing yarn and one is a solid. Yes, Patty, I'll come back to that. So this is the Ripple baby blanket. Déjame un minutito. I gotta look this up really quick, because of course I just planned this whole talk without actually verifying the name of the pattern. It's from Tin Can Knits. Bet you Julia's gonna figure it out faster than I can figure it out. Okay, suffice to say that this, oh, it's so cute on the wrong side. Hold on. I just got to look at the wrong side. How cute is that? Where you get to see where it changes. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, Jill made that whole like lap car blanket size. Oh, Lullaby. Thank you, Julia. Lullaby blanket. With one Colorburst from Universal and one Ultra Wool DK. That's it. It took one of each of these. But look how much fun the color is in here. So this is the colorway that Jill used right here. Isn't that? It's so easy. It's just like a really easy to memorize repeat. And she said she cranked on it. It really comes together really fast. So I just want to show you a few other color combos that we think are super fun. So these are DK weight yarns. How about these? This is really fun and playful. So this is the Universal Deluxe Tweed. And then this bright fun colorway called Peacock. And I have stashed these all over. I love this one. Oh, let's get the lighting better. There we go. This is like peach, pink, and really light lavender. And this is like a light blue, light lavender gray kind of color. Isn't that cool? And how about this? This is so fun. Really, really cool colors. Yes, there are more try-on cords on order. How about this one? For someone who really wanted like a bright nursery option, this one would be so fun. And then there's some really nice subdued. This blanket can be made in many sizes. So you could even make a grown-up lap blanket and get, like 2 and 2 and get a much bigger size out of it. Wouldn't this be beautiful? This is just like gray and then this kind of blue brown. And then how about this one? This is like a subdued rainbow. Wouldn't that be fun? So lots of cool combos. Once again, this is Colorburst from Universal and Ultra Wool DK and the Lullaby Blanket, which is just beautiful and easy and looks really good on the wrong side. Man, I almost love it more on the wrong side. Okay, so let me answer all your burning questions. Yes, more try-on cords are on order. Kelly, who makes them, she is getting her resupply this week, and then she has got to crank them out to make them all up, but she thinks that we should have them by next week. We've ordered 50 more to accommodate everyone who didn't get in the first time. So yes, and then I'm going to show you now the other thing you want to know about. The other thing you guys are asking about, and that is that, yes, we are going to have shawlography kits from Dream in Color. So they just got this email out yesterday afternoon. So I didn't actually think anything was coming. And then we got the email and I got it up on the website this morning. So here it is. They have put together 10 color combos this time, which is exciting. So here's A. They're just by letter. Yes, I do know my differences between numbers and letters. And they're going to be in Jilly, which is their fingering weight single ply. So think kind of like Tosh Merino Light. It looks really beautiful. It takes the dye really beautifully. So there's A. We've got B. I love that one. That is right in my wheelhouse. I'm sure that surprises no one. C, very bright and colorful. So this recommends contrast between your colors. It also recommends nothing. A little bit of speckle is okay, a little bit of variegation, but it says don't go too crazy with a lot of variegated or a lot of heavily speckled stuff. Those are Stephen's recommendations. So D, I really love the contrast going on in this one. E, beautiful. F, this looks like a really beautiful fall palette. G is like right in the ocean. It looks so... H. This is gorgeous. I love this one. I'm a sucker for green and purple together. And J. So some really, really great combos. So how it works with the Dream in Color is we're going to be taking orders and they're going to be dyeing them and getting them to us at the end of this month. And we'll be shipping them in time for the first clue, which is coming out on October 8th. So if you're unsure of what we're talking about the West Knits upcoming Mystery Knit Along. It's a shawl. It's called Shawlography. And it is going to be a clue every week in October starting on the 8th. And so it calls for 5 100-gram skeins. And Dream in Color has put together 10 amazing color combinations for everybody. I know, so many options. The greens and the purples. You see how I lingered on the I? Let me see where I'm leaning. This is my, okay. I like I. I like E. I like A. I really like B. Oh my God, you guys. Actually, I really like J as well. So that's like what, 6 out of the 10? How am I ever going to decide? I probably am going to end up deciding based on, so I have to order these in groups of 2. So if there's one of them that ends in an odd number of pre-orders, I'll probably make my choice the one that rounds it out. I'm not so fussy. I love yarn. What can I say, you guys? There's very little that I'm unwilling to work with. All right, so those are available on our site. It's $128 for the kit, and we'll be shipping those the first week in October in time. I promise, in time for the first clue. So, yay, excitement! Well, there we go. So yeah, that's the big news today. Anything else? Oh yes, Kim, yarn tasting. I did not forget. Oh, you already have 2 yarn. See, I have 6. Kim, you're not in as much trouble as I am. Okay, so here are some of the yarns that we know are going to be in the yarn tasting. Kim was asking because she lives in a warmer climate where doing, heavier, woolier yarns is just not really of interest to her. And so this is just so for some of you guys that are deliberating. So first up, we've got the 6 yarns that are new to Berroco this fall. So those are included for sure. That includes Aerial Color, which is a mohair silk lace weight, but in a multicolor instead of solids. Kind of like Kid Silk, but it's Berroco's version. That includes Dolce, which is alpaca and cotton, which Jill has a sample that she is almost finished with. It's beautiful. So I'll be talking about Dolce some more very soon. It includes Luca, which is this cashmere cotton blend, 50-50. That is absolutely amazing. I didn't bring it in because it's cashmere. The price point's pretty high on it, and I was a little worried. It's like a DK. It's 150 yards, and I think it retails for like $28 a ball. But it is available to order, and it will be in the tasting, so you can get your hands on it. I did a swatch in it, and this stuff is amazing. I don't know if you're aware of this, and of course, this is something I'll talk about much more extensively in the tasting, but cotton and cashmere have some very similar properties. So they actually blend together really well in a yarn, and the cotton behaves and feels a lot like the cashmere, and so it can really extend what you can get out of this, the cashmere for the price point. So Remix Chunky, which is the all plant and recycled fibers that they, the Remix line. I think everybody pretty much knows what that is. So the Chunky's new for this fall. So no animal fibers in that one. And then Lana's Quick, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Lana's Quick is the one wool that's in there. So Lana's was new last fall, and that's just like a great worsted weight, Peruvian wool, basically, or South American wool. Lana's Quick is a super chunky version of that, closer to 3 stitches to the inch. So that one you would definitely not be as interested in, Kim. And then Topaz is another really interesting one. It's a wool blend, and it's got some color and heather and stuff happening in it. And so I didn't bring it in, but it is a very beautiful yarn. So that one's in there too. And then other stuff that we will be adding include Berroco Vintage and Berroco Vintage Baby. So Vintage Baby is brand new, and it came out like in the middle of the year, which is not a normal time. So it wasn't like included in any particular season. So it was kind of missed in the tastings. And so we've got the Vintage Baby, the brand new Wool Stock Light that just arrived, which is that beautiful fingering weight single ply wool stock. It'll include Caprino, which is the Malabrigo DK, Sport DK wool cashmere blend. Stumptown DK, which is from Polka Dot Sheep. It's a merino. Tenderfoot, which is Polka Dot Sheep's fingering. Donina, which is the sport weight merino, the really yummy Italian merino that we just got in. Smooshy Cashmere from Dream in Color, which is the merino cashmere blend, fingering weight. Coastal, the one I've been talking about so much with the Shaniko wool and the Belgian flax and the mulberry silk. And what have I missed? I know. Oh, and then Snowflake and Chris, which are the two Lang yarns. Chris is the one I've just showed you guys. So these are both heavier yarns. Snowflake is heavier, but it's an alpaca cotton blend. So that's where I'm at right now. It's not the complete list, but it's close. So that kind of gives you an idea. If you wanted to get your hands on good size samples of those yarns to swatch, play with, knit with, incorporate into your projects, etc., definitely do the tasting. It's really worth it. You get good size samples. You get an entire course where I talk to you a lot about the yarns and their properties and what they're good for, and just in general about swatching and making substitutions. And then there's always a couple of bonus non-yarn fun things, surprises. And of course, you get your 20% off coupon to purchase, make a big purchase of any of these things at 20% off. So there is the rundown, as I know for now, of what will be in the tasting. And like I said, there's a little bit more that needs to still go into that I am just not sure of. So it's just a whole new world out there in the yarn industry without a trade association and without an orchestrated trade event where we go to see what's new for fall and order and all of that. I just feel like we're all just out there flapping in the wind. Berroco, there's just a handful of companies, maybe less than a handful, that are making an orchestrated rollout of new fall product. And part of that is just because everyone's in a bind, right? Everyone's really struggling. Everyone is struggling with getting stuff like imports, etc. So the supply chain's messed up. And so it's weird. It's plain weird. I was talking with Janet and Cadence, my fellow shop owner friends and fellow Good Vibes girls for the Good Vibes Yarn Tour. We were just saying, we're asking each other, where are you finding yarn? How are you finding out if anybody's got anything new? There's just not a lot of new out there. So some of what is new for us will be new to us, not necessarily new on the market, which is fine because no one shop can carry it all. But yeah, that's the state of things now. So that's all I got for y'all. Let me scroll through the comments really quick. I know Coastal, by the way, is coming in mid-September. So those of you who have been looking for more, we're pretty low right now. It is supposed to ship on the 16th. That's the ship date that Elemental Effects has given us. So we're anticipating getting that probably around the 20th, 21st, etc. So keep your eye on that. That will be coming back. Okay. I think that's all. I don't see any other super important question. So I'm going to let you all go. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Chris says she can't knit fast enough. I concur. Nor can I. I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. So I will see you guys on Tuesday. Ciao.